This segment brought to you by Kansas Farm Bureau, the voice of agriculture. To join today or more information, go to kfb.org or find us on Facebook and Twitter.
Welcome back to Farm Factor. Now Melissa Brewer talks about the importance of knowing what the beef consumer craves.
Today, it takes more than a well-marbled steak to catch the eye of the average beef shopper.
Today's consumer is one that's hit with a variety of messages at a very, very fast pace. And as you can imagine, even as you go out yourself to the meat case to look at what you're going to purchase in some of those different claims, it's hard to cut through the clutter.
Even though they're flooded with marketing messages and information, data shows consumers only crave more.
As we looked at some of the research coming out of the Power of Meat study that was done over this past year, it indicates that consumers have continual interest in wanting to know more about the labels that they're seeing in the stores, wanting to know more about how their food is raised, how their meat is raised. And so I think that's a good opportunity for us to look across the category. As we look specifically at Certified Angus Beef brand, I would say that our sales and our consumers are mirroring what we're also seeing there. So today about 98% of our consumers are choosing our traditional beef, but we still have a small percentage that are looking to our natural product as well as our Certified Angus Beef brand Prime. That's no different than what they found in the Power of Meat study that indicated that some of these labels are of interest to the consumers, but there's still a small section of what's being offered and what consumers are still willing to pay that dollar for.
Is today's consumer really that different from the beef eaters of yesterday?
Today, consumers are really looking for a different kind of value proposition than I would say that they've looked for in the past 5 years, even in 10 years. Today, they're still wanting that quality promise and something that our brand has been known to deliver for a really long time. But they're also looking for a brand or products that have another value proposition, really looking at bringing more of that emotion into the purchasing of the products that they're choosing to serve to their family.
Brewer says ownership by the American Angus Association is a unique position that allows for creative storytelling, helping consumers feel good about the brand they choose at the meat case.
I think that's a great opportunity, especially as we as a brand and the entire beef community continue to look at how we can engage that consumer and simply just opening our doors and talking more about what we're doing, knowing that their true interest is learning more about the beef and knowing that what they're putting on the table is safe and wholesome.
While a brand with shared values that can connect in a digital world is vital, the most important part of a beef buying decision is still flavor.
Their top priority is taste. There's no doubt in my mind. So you look at all of the generations and what really continues to bring them back to the table, and that's they want a product that tastes great and performs great. And so that's exciting as we look across the beef industry, the beef community, and can really continue to have that high ground, but look at how we continue to engage that consumer in another way so that we can expand their portfolio, their experiences, and offer the tips and tools to make them successful when they're dining out or eating at home.
For the people who supply the brand, it all means marbling is still key. But now the story also adds value. I'm Bob Cervera.
Stay with us. We'll be back after the break with Plain Talk.
Sure Crop Fertilizers was started by my father, Don Sherman, and my mother, Shirley Sherman. Family business that started in the 80s. We predominantly focus on plant nutrients and what we can do to give growers better responses with the fertilizer dollars that they do, and what we can do to make those things work better for the grower. We're based out of Seneca, Kansas. We work with growers in their soil analysis to figure out what they need, and then we can put those in a blend that gives them the best results, and so that we can deliver that direct to their farm so that they have those nutrients where they need them, when they need them, and so that they can apply them in a manner that's very efficient to them and works well in their planting systems and what they're doing. Sure Crop Fertilizers has been around for a long time. We always say we're big enough to take care of everything you need, but yet we're small enough to do it quickly. You can get a hold of us at 1-800-635-4743. Our website is surecropfertilizers.com, and you can always email me at Corey@surecropfertilizers.com. And with any questions you have, we'll be glad to answer it and work with you.